Hello everybody, welcome back to AI War 2, Tasting the Spire, our continuing adventure into the Spire expansion. And if you're noticing something out of the ordinary over here, yeah, that's the subjugator. We're going to be getting to that in just a moment. Before that, quick apology. It took a little bit longer to get out the last video than I was planning, and main reason for that is some personal drama with some vehicle issues for me this week, but also the YouTube uploader was not cooperating, and so that caused a delay as well. Hoping to get back on track and planning to have multiple more videos in this series out this weekend to progress further through the story. So those of you who are sticking with me, thank you very much for your patience with all of that. Okay, so the subjugator. Yes, this thing is fun. About 30-some strength, so it's, it's big, but it's not undefeatable or anything like that. It does have vampirism, all kinds of joy. And you can see it's got a little over 1.5 million shields, a little over 3 million health. The antimatter jaws are really special. Can fire at 16 different targets every second. And then there also is an area of effect attack. Okay, and this is only Mark 1. They can upgrade, which is all sorts of awesome. Thankfully, they decided not to. Okay, so you can see our turrets in here. They're not looking too healthy at the moment. Our fleet is kind of busy trying to fight everything off. But we're keeping pretty healthy in numbers. And if we just proceed through this, actually, no, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is have everybody focus fire on the subjugator. So let's see how that goes. And we're doing pretty well taking it down. So at least the Mark 1 version of those does not appear to be as difficult as some of the other things that we could have going on, some of the extragalactic war units. But still, they're nothing to sneeze at. And when the fleet's not around, they can really do some havoc to defenses if you are not careful. Thankfully, we were able to clean up this mess fairly quickly and move on to a little bit of something else I want to show real quick, because I talked about it in the last episode. Here we are a bit further on in Kiwi after we have cleaned up the mess. You can see here with some of our Spire warriors. Our efforts are starting to increase the numbers of our Scourge, which is nice. You can see it's got the same sort of coil beam weapon thing that the Spire ships have. It's just not as powerful, obviously. And these are roughly equivalent in power, I think, to the comparable, other warriors that the Scourge have, but a little bit stronger, perhaps, with some pretty nice DPS from the main cannon. So I'm hoping to see more and more of these come about as we move forward, as that's, again, the one thing that our Scourge have that theirs do not. Well, we've been able to bash in here pretty easily, but Purple Hell ended up being a little bit of a different story. Hell is a strong word, but definitely some strong resistance in here. And here's the main reason. 43 of these Seeker Great turrets in 2 locations, it appears, right around here, right around here. And these things are murder on big ships. And they are within range of us as we come in from this side. So they're cut off in here from any Warden reinforcements and from the Scourge. That part is nice. We still need to get in here and get away from all that stuff. So I'm going to come up here with everything we have and then see what kind of damage we can cause. Yep, they're going to fire at us. They got 150 strength in here, so this is not a pushover system. And let's... yeah, we're a little bit too early for Outguard. Okay. Got some Scourge coming in to help, though. That should be good.
Enemy contact. Planetary defenses.
And let's see. Let's go about over here. And then what I want to do is grab all of my flagships and just sort of keep them back as much as I can. And then also let's have the Spire get into the mix a little bit more. There we go. And I don't know why all of you are doing this, but please keep on moving. It's like they're stuck or something. Some of them might be paralyzed. Okay, yep, AI spawning an extragalactic hunter-seeker. By the way, right before this, the patch came in that is supposed to fix the AI spawning extragalactic war units in response to their own Scourge. So that should help us some. Now, they're still going to be spawning them because of our Scourge and because of Fallen Spire, but it should lower the severity of that some, which is a nice thing for us. Okay, so let's move in here a little bit more. I want to clear out some more of this mess. And then we'll see what we can do. It looks like we've got a stealth guard post that we're going to see here over here in a minute.
Enemies are attacking our planet.
Come on. Yeah, okay, they don't have much left. We are getting an exo bit here, but we don't have much left. And I'm not going faster because I want to make sure none of the other planets are getting hammered. Okay, let's bring our primary fleet down here. And let's see. Spire, you go after that. And I want to eliminate all of these turrets so that if we come back in the system, if we have to retreat for any reason, all of that nonsense, that they are no longer a problem. And also so they can stop pounding our Scourge. Because I would like our Scourge to do more useful things than get shot at. Hopefully. We'll see how that works out for us. Oh, that's just the shield or explosion effect there. It's not down yet. Still not down yet. There it is. Okay, moving on to the rest of the system then. Let's go after this. Spire, you keep going here. You're doing well. Lost another frigate in the system, I think. But other than that, no problems. Not seeing any problems elsewhere so far. A little bit in Kiwi. A little bit here. Nothing much. So as long as that holds, we should be able to easily avoid this counterattack. Stealth guard post down. There's another one. Let's hit that. And then, yeah, they're going to tag this builder. This builder's dead. Which is unfortunately going to be a thing. Stealth guard post going to go down. Please, please, please go down. There you go. The builder's actually still alive. I don't think it will be for long, but maybe they're just going to target us. Nope. Okay. We couldn't save the builder. Yes, yes, you received a relic. I don't care. We're going to knock out these turrets. And after this, the system should really fall. Okay, still nothing anywhere else. You hit this one. You hit this one. Got a few more. Well, let's go back there and hit that. We've got a few more guard posts to hit. We should be able to clear this out. And then eventually I want to do this super terminal hack. But the bottom line is we have completed now our second circle. The initial empire that I wanted to get is now in place. And I can breathe a little bit easier. Not a lot easier, but a little bit easier. It would be nice to use the super terminal, I think, to knock down the AI progress. Particularly since I do believe I'm going to have to expand forward to meet our goals. So I think getting set up for that is probably my next objective. Well, the plan of using the super terminal ended up being not optimal. Given the fleets we have, only one battle station, we didn't hit it early, we didn't prioritize getting more battle stations. Obviously you can't build up your turrets around it because it is destroyed when the command station is destroyed. So throw all that in together, we were able to get only about 20 AI progress from it, and the counterattacks were super painful. So I decided, we're just going to bypass that. Took the system, added it to our resources. We now have a good energy surplus again. And move on to the next objective, which is, here in Brusque, we want to grab the next Spire relic and build a new city.
Hackers report success.
And there we are. Now, we did get rid of all the stealth guardians that were down in here. That's what I have this support factory with its sentry frigate down there to detect them and all the other fleets in place. So we're going to move up here to our primary choke point up in that direction. Build a city there. Let's get everybody else moving on the way. And this is going to take a while to have happen due to how the relic moves, which of course is slowly. Thankfully it's starting off in our territory. Ones that we try to grab from outside our territory are going to be a lot more painful. Okay, we're in position there, and their response is starting to hit. It looks like we're handling it okay.
Planet under attack. They just won't stop.
More fun. Scourge, of course, in here helping us. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we're moving along. A few more jumps to go.
Science exhausted. One of our planets is under
Another
attack.
Scourge subjugator. Well, isn't that fantastic? Alright, this is going to be the last jump, so let's slow it down here a bit. Almost 50 strength, so we definitely don't have too much in there to hold it off. Boom. Okay, now I want to move you right alongside here.
Enemy forces are attacking one of our planets.
And there we are. Okay, AI sending a powerful strike. What would expect? Nothing else to have happened. Ah, the capital is marked up and the Dark Spire is gaining power and all those fun things. Let's get some things done here. Okay, we want to, first of all, rename this Spire City front door. Then we're going to build the same things that I've built before on the initial city in the other location. Plasma driver, we'll throw you down there. And we'll throw a neural net for frigates up here. We definitely want our fleet to head back down here. Now, both the city and the fleet marked up to level 2 for the capital. So this one down here is also Mark 2. Let's move you back because we're going to have you build some more ships. Let's take a look in here. Mark 2, now you can see there's 2 more sockets available. There are now 6 available. And we can build some new things. Lesser Spire Spy Cradle is available. That's Vision 2 hops out from where you currently are. One better than the logistics station, and that would be nice for a frontline system, which is not what we have. So we have no reason for that here. We can still build the shard reactor. The shipyard, you notice, automatically levels up. So does the Spire mining facility. Then we can build destroyers, engineering center 2, etc. What I want to do, I want to add a frigate one, because we want to I want to maximize our ships here, and then I don't think we need the Spire mining facility anymore. Our metal has been fine for quite a while, so we're going to get rid of that, and that gives us enough sockets for this, because these actually require 2 sockets, the destroyer neural net. So we're going to put that in place, get these built, and then of course I also want to move then this fleet down here to receive its new ships. Now, why did this mark up at this time? Well, the basic rule of thumb on that is if you have 3 cities at the same mark level, then the oldest one will boost itself if you've used all of its sockets. So, this was our 3rd Mark 1 city. We get 1 up to Mark 2. 4th one would give us another 1 up to Mark 2. 5th one, we'd have a 3rd Mark 2 city, because you'd have the 3 Mark 1s, boost 1 up to Mark 2, there's already 2 there, and then you move another 1 up to Mark 3, so this one would go up to Mark 3 if we had a 5th city. So on and so forth. What all that means is you need to get to Mark 5 in order to trigger the alternate victory condition. You can go farther than that up to Mark 7, but the minimum amount is you need to get to Mark 5. That means you need 9 cities, the way the math works out. And this is our 3rd. So we definitely still have some work to do. We've also got to hang out here and wait and see what sort of debris we get, what sort of response there is from the AI, and so on. A Scourge Nemesis. That is the most powerful Scourge variant. We are in some serious trouble. And here comes their response wave. We have some debris. Kiwi's getting itself smacked around pretty good now. Ugh. Are we gonna hold this off? Oh good, here's extra galactic war, whatever. And now we're about to hit another wave. Spire battleship, etc. Okay, so at this point, I mean, Kiwi's still hanging on here. But it's just become obvious, you know, with the Nemesis coming, with the amount of Scourge that's regularly pouring in through the planets like this, with the fact that we have to concentrate our fleet to stop them, and we need to have fleet free to attack, to go grab debris, etc. The Scourge is just going to keep powering up, and we don't have a way to match them. So it's very clear that this game is hopeless. And rather than continuing to plug away in a lost cause, I'm going to do a reboot here. I apologize for that. It's not what I intended for this run, but sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And this is definitely a learning experience with my first dive into the expansion. So what went wrong here? Well, one is, you know, from getting feedback from other players on the Discord, other places, from the people who were involved in testing since the expansions come out. The Dark Spire may very well have ended this run all on their own. You know, a fairly high-intensity Dark Spire going along with the Fallen Spire is asking for pain in one of the words of one of the people. As you build more and more cities, they will scale up their response as well. And it can get to the point where you're just simply facing a steady, unending stream of Dark Spire ships in addition to the AI exo waves and everything else. So, while I might have been able to handle that on its own, combined with everything else that's going on, no, that was not going to happen. Then the Scourge. I had my Scourge set at a lower intensity than theirs because I had been told that your Scourge do level up a little bit faster than theirs. And that is true early on. But given the amount of space that the AI has on a typical map, you really need to keep the Scourge under control. The only way to do that is to do a bunch of deep striking. My Scourge weren't able to grow as fast as theirs in the long run, although they certainly helped me early in the game because of the AI's advantage in territory. And also, their Scourge buildings start out at a higher level based on how much science you have. So as I acquired more and more science, that's how much science you've gotten, not how much science you have in storage. As I got more and more of that, you know, that just accelerated how fast they build up. And so I think I would have had to, like, maybe reverse these numbers. Like, if the hostile Scourge was at maybe 5 or 4 and I was at 6 or 7 here, then I think I might have been okay. Of course, there were also mistakes I made earlier in the game. And then I also was sort of anticipating Fallen Spire Intensity 7 to be the default. The whole thing with the real game begins on difficulty 7. But that isn't so much true with the other factions. The other factions, it tends to be around 5. And they've specifically said it's balanced around 5 as being the default amount that the Fallen Spire is based on. So now I'm seeing increased response there. There was the bug that's now been fixed, but the one where the AI allied Scourge were causing more extra galactic war units, and that slowed me down, obviously, at points earlier in the game also. So it was sort of my best attempt, and I think we definitely did get to see some good things with the Scourge and the various Spire factions in terms of showing off this expansion, but unfortunately there's just no way to press this through to the alternate victory condition, which is what the main thing I really wanted to see. So, I'm going to do a reboot. with only, the AI and then the Fallen Spire on 5. And then I will run that through till we get to the point where we are now, just having built the third city. Similar map type. And then I will start a new series from that point and try to take, the rest of the Spire campaign through to its completion. So again, I do sort of regret having not been able to finish this, but I definitely don't want to throw good time and effort after bad. And I think this is the quickest and most sensible way to get through to that goal of the alternate victory scenario. And also losing, you learn from it. The Scourge are definitely interesting, powerful, and very dangerous, as we have seen. So that's what I'll be up to going forward. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you back with more AI War 2 as soon as I can get that new game set up to the proper point.